If you're earning decent money but somehow still broke at the end of the month, this is why. It's not your income, it's not inflation, it's not bad luck, it's 10 habits that are so boring, nobody pays attention to them, and that's exactly why they work. Because while everyone is chasing side hustles, crypto spikes, and life-changing opportunities, someone else is quietly building a life where money stops being a problem. No stress, no panic, no paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. And here's the uncomfortable part. The difference isn't intelligence. It isn't luck, it's behavior. Small ones, repeated ones, the kind most people ignore until it's too late. Nobody talks about these habits because they don't look impressive. No secret stock, no overnight success, no rented Lamborghini, just quiet decisions that don't feel important in the moment until a few years pass and one person is financially calm while everyone else is still wondering where their money went. Tom ignored these habits because they felt too small. Marcus, his coworker, ignored them because he thought knowing more was the same as doing more. David didn't ignore them. And that's why David has something almost nobody talks about anymore. Money that stays. David is 52, paid off car, packed lunch, smaller house than he could afford, no debt, no stress, no performance. Tom is 26, good income, normal life, still ends too many months with the same quiet thought. How am I earning this much and keeping none of it? Marcus can explain compound interest at a barbecue. He has opinions, podcasts, the tone of someone who figured money out years ago. He hasn't. Because wealth usually doesn't come from knowing impressive things. It comes from a handful of habits that feel small, look boring, and work anyway. Habit number 1, live well below your means. And this is where almost everyone quietly loses the game. Not a little below your means, well below. Tom earns well, income climbs, spending leaps. Then, subscriptions he barely notices. Nothing feels reckless. That's the problem. Marcus does the same thing, just cleaner. Better trips, better gear, better versions of things he already owns. It looks like progress. It isn't. David built his life around margin. Smaller house, older car, lower fixed costs. Not because he lacks taste, because he chose freedom over appearances. If your life expands to consume every dollar, you can look successful without ever becoming financially secure. Habit number 2, increase your income relentlessly. Most people try to fix money by cutting. Cut some, earn more. Limit exists. David understood that early. He asked for raises, built valuable skills, made himself harder to replace. He didn't just protect money better. He became worth more. Tom is still hoping hard work gets noticed. Marcus is learning constantly, but not always in ways that actually pay. This is where people get stuck for years. They optimize small savings while ignoring bigger income. The people who escape the cycle don't just spend less, they earn more and control both sides. Habit number 3, kill high-interest debt first. Before investing, before optimizing, before anything clever. Tom doesn't have bad debt, just enough to keep him stuck. And that's how debt works. It doesn't have to ruin you instantly, it just has to slow you down consistently. Marcus invests while ignoring the obvious. There's no point earning 8% while losing 20%. David saw it clearly. Every dollar going to debt was a dollar that couldn't build his future. This habit is boring. Good. Because most things that change your life don't look exciting at the start. Habit 4. Automate your savings. David doesn't trust motivation. He trusts systems. Tom feels disciplined right after payday. Then life happens. Plans show up. Stress kicks in. Spending starts to feel justified. Marcus tries to optimize everything. Too many decisions, too many tweaks, too many chances to delay. David removed the decision entirely. Money moves first. Investments, savings, retirement, before his lifestyle gets a say. That's the shift. Tom relies on discipline. David relies on design. And over time, design wins every time. Habit number 5. Ignore social pressure. This one destroys more finances than bad math ever will. Tom upgrades because everyone around him does. Better apartment, better dinners, more expensive, normal. It doesn't feel extreme, that's what makes it dangerous. Marcus spends to maintain an identity. Smart, informed, ahead. But sometimes, he's not building wealth. He's protecting an image. David stopped performing. For coworkers, neighbors, people online, people who won't. Remember his choices next week. The moment you stop spending to prove something, money starts staying. Status is expensive. Peace is cheaper. Habit number 6. Invest in yourself. Skills. Health. Tom thinks investing means putting money somewhere. David knows his best investments never showed up in an app. A certification increased his income. Better communication got him promoted. Health gave him energy, clarity, focus. Skills compound. Health compounds. Neglect either, and you pay later. Marcus learns a lot, but learning isn't the same as becoming valuable. Your first asset isn't your portfolio. It's you. Habit number 7. Build income streams. Not for hype, for stability. One income equals 1 point of failure. Tom depends on one paycheck. That's normal, but it's fragile. David started small side work. Extra value. Nothing flashy. At first, it barely mattered. Later, it did. This is where the mindset shifts. You stop being someone who gets paid, you become someone who creates value. That changes everything. Habit number 8. Control food spending. This sounds small. It isn't. Tom leaks money daily. Coffee, lunch, delivery. Nothing feels like a mistake. That's why it works so well against him. Marcus is smarter about it, still leaks, just more justified. David keeps it simple, cooks, preps, repeats. This is how money disappears. Not in one big decision, but in hundreds of small ones that never felt important. Habit number 9. Shop intentionally. Tom isn't reckless. He's frictionless. Saved cards, fast checkout, easy spending. David waits 24 hours, sometimes 72. And here's the truth. Most purchases don't survive time. Distance kills bad decisions. Impulse feeds them. Small leaks don't feel dangerous. They feel normal. Habit 10. Simplify your life, not minimalism. Strategy. More choices equals more spending opportunities. David reduced decisions. Clothes, food, systems. Simple, repeatable. Tom makes constant small decisions, each one harmless. Together, expensive. Marcus's life is much more optimized, but crowded. Too many inputs, too many triggers to spend. Simplicity removes friction, and friction is where money leaks. Tom asked David what the secret was. There wasn't one. No perfect investment. No breakthrough moment. Habits repeat, unseen. Wealth builds in patterns. Marcus does too. David just stopped waiting first. The past doesn't matter as much as you think. The pattern does. So the question isn't whether this is exciting. It isn't. The question is, are you still waiting for money to suddenly click, or are you ready to do the boring things that actually work? Because that version, the clean, satisfying breakthrough, it's not coming. This is the version. And it works. Your move.